curious what it's like living a life of an underground superstar. I awake around 11 or so with a kitten in my face, and that's not innuendo. I shake the cobwebs out my head, live alone so I don't bother making the bed. I change sheets once every other week, making 4 cups of coffee before I brush my teeth. Should I shower? Hell no. Use a little baby powder to cover the smell. Check the cell phone.
I'm gonna get a drum kit.
For what? Why would you get a drum kit?
So I used to know how to play the drums.
Well, yeah, but
So I love drums. Drum kits are awesome.
just because I know how to play guitar doesn't mean I'm going to buy another fucking guitar.
But you already have one. I don't have one.
I've got 3.
Okay, you have 3. I don't have one. Like, I want 1 drum kit. Like, I don't want 3 of
Do
them.
you want me to, like, get you one? I can find...
I want used, cheap, old, I don't give a shit. Just something I can just pound on and beat the shit out of for a while.
We bought a 7-piece drum kit from,
Target.
No, it wasn't. It was
like a Kmart drum
It was
kit?
a 1979 Yamaha 7-piece kit.
Nice.
We bought it with China, like a China symbol,
Nice.
and like all the hardware for like $650.
Nice.
We just reamed the kit on it.
Alright.
He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna get rid of it, and like Dave bought it, our old drummer, and he's like, yeah, I don't know, it's okay, it's not that great. He
It's old.
just worked them, like old shit is nice. Like you really do not realize how old like stuff works so much better than new shit. Just worked them, threw new heads on it and everything. I mean,
It sounded nice.
I like the kit. Like, and he liked his old kit better, which I was fine with. You know, like whatever. Everybody's gonna have their preferences. He liked his old kit, although it's like a Pulse.
It was probably 20 years newer.
No, it was exactly. It was 20 years newer, just cheap ass kit that he just threw some good heads on and really worked on it, and like he threw money into it, and so I understand why he said that. But it was so amazing that I found a 30-year-old Yamaha kit that was just as good, if not better, and then he sold it to his brother, and his brother's still using it.
Nice.
They've got a I don't know if I should plug them or not. Their band's called Tonight's the Night.
Okay.
But,
Where are they out of?
Minneapolis, Austin, like
Austin, Minnesota.
yeah, they're from Spamtown.
Austin, Massachusetts.
I'll bulk them into that Spamtown area, like just the southern Minnesota, but
Ghetto Fab.
Well, but they're not ghetto fab. They're kind of that. I used to listen to this and I regret it, but they're kind of that emo core, screamer core, or whatever you want to call it.
Like Thursday? Like that bad?
No.
Not as good.
No.
Thursday in their day was good.
I'd say they took after what's the band I'm thinking of? Well, let's put it this way: they like Under Oath.
Oh, okay.
But
Isn't that a Christian band?
yeah, what am I thinking of?
The Supertones.
No, worse.
Just Christian ska. Tooth and Nail Records suck my ass. God, I fucking hate Tooth and Nail.
They've got some good bands, but I wish they weren't fucking Christian. I don't believe that Christianity belongs in rock music, and sorry, I'm Christian, and I don't believe it belongs in rock music.
No,
like,
it's just
not right.
It forces too much influence on it.
It's
like, even if you listen to the song and it's not Jesus this and Jesus that, there's still there's something about it that makes it too pure.
Yep.
Like, not pure in a good way, but
like
pure
if you there's a band called Misery Signals.
Okay.
They're actually a pretty good metal band, but
every fourth line they say,
yeah, it's they're really good. They are hands down. Just I can't not deny that they're
thing
really
with the
good.
bands like that, like their whole
Oh,
force, their drive to make them play the music is the Lord. Like, so, dude, I was in Otsego at one time.
I don't know.
At a gas station. There was a fold-up fucking table. And I was walking into the Holiday, and there's people at this table with these banners and these CDs, and they're selling these CDs. They're like, dude, we're this, like, rock metal group. And I'm like, you know, like $20. It's a donation towards producing our CDs and putting our stuff up there. I'm like, sure. And I bought it. It was a double disc. It had like 18, 20 songs on it, split between 2 discs. And I bought it. I mean, because they're like, we're a metal band, we're local. Like, I'm like, cool.
Sure.
I'll
Give it a
support
shot.
you.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You got to support the people. So I bought it. Then I got in my truck and I left and I put it in. I'm listening to it. It was kind of odd, but it was like a kind of a progressive metal, not really like really death metal-ish, but like it was all right for
What do you expect?
Yeah. So and then I flip on the dome light and I'm looking at it and it's like everything, and they had like the jack on the inside had the lyrics and it was all Christianity, like it was all religion based. Like the Lord was in like every other line. The back of it just was like this huge cross. I'm like, oh, what did I just get myself into? Hopefully, I'm going to burn somewhere good for that one.
I would compare their band to kind of like a Norma Jean.
Okay, I was hit and miss with them.
Borderline, yeah, like they had some good stuff and then they had some horrible stuff. And I remember Dave saying that, like, oh, I love their drummer because he's so random. I'm like, now I listen to it, I'm like, you are not random at all. Like, you are just completely, like, predictable. I got this. Like, I listen to really, really good drummers now. I mean, yeah, granted, you got Neil Peart and, like, but... Like,
Neil Peart.
Neil Peart is really
Neil Peart was a really good drummer, but everybody...
But he's old.
Everybody hears the name Rush and they say, fuck that.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
exactly.
Rush is the coin flip with... I guarantee you, talk to anybody. You could take a group, 50 people, 25 of them like Rush, 25 of them don't. I guarantee it. And Rush is such a flaky band.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm the 25-25 line. I'm dancing back and forth.
Exactly.
I'm pissing on both sides. Like, it's fun.
Like, some days I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Some days I'm like, why the fuck are they playing this fucking song? God damn.
You know what I was thinking about? Now that you mentioned Norma Jean. Do you remember the first time that we, like, hung out?
No.
The Christmas
It's
party.
creepy that you do, though.
No, this is what made me think of it. The Christmas party
I
at
bet you-
work.
Yeah.
The first year that I worked there. And I really didn't know many people. I mean, I was there for 3 months. And
You got trained, quotations, trained in by Randy.
barf. So we were in the back and we were playing pool. And you came back there and you're like, you want to play pool? I'm like, yeah, I think somebody played something on the jukebox. And I'm like, God, this sucks. And you're like, what do you listen to? And I'm like, And I started throwing out like a lot of punk bands because I've always listened to punk bands. And the second I said No Effects, you're like, yeah. Like, and then we just went from there. And like, I remember this part, which is really gay. But I said Hawthorne Heights, which at the I mean, this is also 6 years ago.
Yeah.
5-6 years ago. But Hawthorne Heights, I mean, it was kind of in that new progressive,
Yep.
like, mainstream getting out there with the style of music they were doing. And I said, you're like, oh yeah, they're not so bad. And like, from there, and look where we are now. You got your pants around your ankles, and I'm about ready to give you a Hummer.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how you're talking so clearly with my dick in your mouth. Yeah, no, that's what I was really into in college was just music.
How did you get on metal? How did you...
I have no idea.
You look at you, I mean, no offense, but you look at you, and you look at the things that you do, and I would say, like, he loves metal music. Like, fuck. That fucker loves Neil Diamond. you
But
don't...
I really do. Like, I remember we were at my apartment one time, and we just had people over, and I remember I was trying to impress this chick, and
No, don't lie, it was a dude.
yeah, Adam's apple.
Her name was Tom.
No, I think it was
Pippa.
yeah, it was definitely Pippa.
It was. She had an Adam's apple. She had big hands. You know, she wore Nikes.
I figured it would be over quick. I'm sorry.
She had a really large back. I was stroking it.
But anyway, I was trying to impress this girl, and I remember showing her my iTunes. She's like, "You
AKA my penis. Would you like to meet iTunes? It's a one-eyed tune.
just slap." You're gonna definitely have a mark for that.
And not in the nice
But she's
dark way.
yeah. But she goes. You have a really eclectic music taste. I'm like,
First of all, she knew the word
really?
eclectic.
Yeah, I'm like, well,
Nobody knows that because I tell people when they're like, "What the fuck are you listening
you're
to?"
moving up in my list.
Every time I'm listening to something, people are like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" I'm like, and I'll tell them what it is, like, never heard of it. It's like, well, no offense to you, whoever you are. And I know people who know 10,000 times more music than I do, but I am currently where I am and around, I am one of the most eclectic people I know.
No, I agree.
Like,
I'm
I
the
have
same
a
way.
wide range. I have a wide range. It's not like a vagina. It's a range.
It's wider.
It's a lot wider. You can put two fists in it.
Yeah,
Woo!
can fit about 3 guys' tongues in it.
But, I mean, I know a lot about music, but I hate now because everything is pop music based.
I would say that you're right. It's 100% pop based, and
Because everyone's like, "Oh, I love this song by this," and I'm like, "I've never even fucking heard it because I don't listen to the goddamn KCLD,
exactly.
which I fucking hate."
And remember last week, they're a great radio station.
Yeah, last week they were. This week, I fucking hate them. How can you play the top 19 hits for 24 hours a day? How can you do that? And why do people like that?
They've got probably 8 different DJs. Fucking, hey,
And now my 5 favorites.
you come in for an hour. Next, you come in for an hour too.
See, the thing is, they give him an hour.
How do we get any hours? You're gonna work 8 days a week.
They give him an
What?
hour, but they only make him play 9 songs. So there you go. All the time. It's fucking terrible.
Could you torture yourself for $30,000 a year and listen to the same shit a year?
For 30 grand? Fuck no. I wouldn't do it.
Well, you know they're not making more than that. It's KCLD.
Fuck no. I would not do that. Fuck that.
But you're okay. I guess I'll put it this way: I liked hard rock when I was in high school. It kind of went from this
How'd that go over at home, though?
pop punk to hard rock, and it wasn't.
Were you allowed to listen to it at home?
What I did, yes.
Because I know your background.
No, I know. But what I listened to, yes. Yeah, like I did a lot of Incubus, and I did some. Like it wasn't.
Incubus was good then.
No, they really were.
I really liked Incubus.
And I actually I really do like their new stuff to an extent.
I really haven't heard it, so I can't say.
But it's changed a lot since when they started. But that's kind of beyond the point. So I moved from that, and I think what really did it for me, I'm more classically trained with violin,
Yeah.
and I played that for a couple of years. And I think what did it for me was the fact that I wanted something difficult to play on guitar. Like, I learned it, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, this is, I can strum fucking 4 chords. Anybody can do that.
Well, that's how every pop song is invented.
Exactly. And if you want to plug that right now, go for it, because I don't remember what the link is.
I have no idea what the fuck it was.
Whatever.
I think it was Axis of Awesomeness
Yeah.
on YouTube. Check it out.
Maybe look it up.
It's classically clever. I mean, it's humorous. It's
a good,
cheesy.
It's a good 6-7 minutes long,
yeah,
and
it's poppy.
But it's worth looking at because it's so true.
It makes you realize what music has actually become over the last 40 years.
But no, I